Welcome to this influencer marketing module. Let's get started. Influencer marketing has become one of the most powerful ways for education consultancies to build credibility, visibility, and trust, especially in a crowded digital space. But let's clear something up right away. Influencer marketing is not about chasing big follower numbers or viral fame. It's about relevance. It's about credibility. And most importantly, it's about trust. For students and parents making life-changing education decisions, trust matters more than flashy ads. In this module, we'll explore how influencer marketing can work specifically for education consultancies like yours. We'll break down different types of influencers, look at collaboration models that actually drive engagement, discuss outreach strategies that don't feel spammy, and walk through real-world examples of campaigns that delivered results. By the end of this module, you'll have a clear understanding of how to plan influencer campaigns that don't just generate likes, but lead to real inquiries, conversations, and conversions.
Traditional advertising still works, but student behavior has changed. Today, students and parents are far more likely to trust relatable, peer-like voices over polished brand messaging. They want to hear from people who feel authentic, experienced, and credible. Influencers act as a bridge between curiosity and trust. When a student sees someone they follow talking about studying abroad, choosing the right university, or navigating visa processes, it feels less like an ad and more like advice. Research consistently shows that a majority of students trust influencer recommendations more than traditional advertising. This doesn't mean ads are irrelevant. It means influence adds a powerful layer of reassurance. For education consultancies, this trust factor is critical. The right influencer can make students feel confident enough to take the next step, whether that's attending a webinar, booking a counseling session, or submitting an inquiry.
Not all influencers are the same, and choosing the wrong type can lead to wasted budget and poor results. Influencers generally differ by three main factors: reach, engagement, and audience relevance. Micro-influencers typically have between 5,000 and 50,000 followers. Their audiences are smaller, but highly engaged and often very niche. These influencers tend to have stronger relationships with their followers, which translates into higher trust. Macro-influencers, on the other hand, have larger followings, anywhere from 100,000 to over 1 million followers. They offer scale and visibility, but engagement rates are often lower and audiences may be broader. There's no better option. The right choice depends on your goals, your target student segment, and your budget. Let's compare micro and macro influencers more closely. Micro-influencers are ideal when you want depth over scale. They are trusted voices within specific communities, such as students from a particular city, academic background, or study destination interest. Macro-influencers, meanwhile, are useful for broad awareness campaigns. They help put your brand in front of a large audience quickly, even if not everyone is immediately relevant. Here's a real example. An education consultancy partnered with a micro-influencer who focused on students preparing for study abroad in one specific city. The influencer promoted a local workshop, and within 2 weeks the campaign generated over 50 qualified inquiries. The takeaway? When the audience is right, even a smaller influencer can deliver powerful results. Influencer marketing isn't limited to sponsored posts. There are several collaboration models, and the best ones feel natural, not transactional. Paid posts or sponsored content are the most common, but they work best when the influencer genuinely understands and believes in your service. Reviews and experience-based content allow influencers to share their honest journey with your consultancy, making the message feel more authentic. Another highly effective model is co-hosted events, such as webinars, live Q&A sessions, or workshops. These collaborations position both the influencer and your consultancy as experts. For example, one consultancy co-hosted a webinar with a student influencer, resulting in over 120 registrations in just 3 days. Even better, those leads were highly engaged and well-informed.
How you approach influencers matters just as much as who you approach. Generic, copy-paste messages rarely work. Influencers receive dozens, sometimes hundreds, of collaboration requests. Effective outreach is personal, professional, and clear. Show that you've taken time to understand their content and audience. Clearly explain why the collaboration makes sense, not just for you, but for their followers as well. A simple outreach message might say, "Hi, Name. We really enjoy your content on student life abroad. We believe our students would benefit from your insights. Would you be open to collaborating on a short campaign or event together?" Finally, think long-term. Relationship building is more valuable than one-off posts. Influencers who trust your brand can become recurring partners, and that consistency builds credibility over time. Influencer marketing should always be measurable. Vanity metrics like likes are nice, but they don't tell the full story. What really matters are metrics such as engagement rate, link clicks, registrations, inquiries, and applications. For example, a micro-influencer campaign might show a 15% engagement rate, 40 student inquiries, and 10 completed applications. These numbers tell a clear story about return on investment. Use these insights to refine your approach. Double down on what works, adjust what doesn't, and always let data, not assumptions, guide your strategy. Now take a moment to reflect. Think about your target student segment. Are they local or international? Undergraduate or postgraduate? Exploring options or ready to apply? Which influencer type fits them best? Micro or macro? Which collaboration model aligns with your current goals, awareness, engagement, or direct inquiries? Take 1 or 2 minutes to jot down your ideas. Even a rough strategy helps transform learning into action and makes implementation easier. Let's wrap up with the key takeaway. Influencer marketing works when it amplifies trust, not noise. Success isn't about follower counts, it's about alignment, authenticity, and relevance. Choose influencers whose audience genuinely matches your student profile. Select collaboration models that feel natural and valuable. Measure results consistently and adjust based on real data. When done right, influencer partnerships can become one of the most powerful drivers of student inquiries and long-term brand credibility for your consultancy. Thank you for being part of this new chapter.